Thanks for joining us here on The Crown. I'm Marisa Contipelli, and it is time to put FC Cincinnati goalkeeper Roman Celentano in the hot seat and ask him some rapid-fire questions. And I'm not really sure how these are going to stack up to what you're used to facing over there at TQL. If it's going to be easier, if they're going to be tougher. But are you up for the challenge?
Sure am.
All right, we're going to kick it off. Growing up, was goalkeeper always the position you wanted to play?
When I started playing soccer, yes, but before that I was playing baseball, football, American sports, and I never thought soccer would be a thing, but after the 2010 World Cup, I was like, this is what I want to do, and I was good with my hands, so it was just goalkeeper after that, nothing on the field.
So what is the best or favorite save of your career?
Probably the 2023 Save of the Year against Columbus. That was a big moment for, I don't know, myself, the team to win at home against our rivals, and it kind of set us on the path to go on and winning the Shield, so it was big for me.
Who is the toughest striker that you have faced?
It's hard not to say Messi, so I'll go with that.
What is the hardest part about being a goalie that fans might not realize?
It's a lot to it that I don't think people understand or realize, but I would just say consistency, keeping, it's not about having a good game than having a bad game, it's about being okay all the time, and I feel like it's hard to do that, so when you have a goalkeeper that can do that, it's pretty impressive, so I give those guys a lot of credit.
What's more stressful, penalty kicks or going through airport security?
Airport security.
That was a fast answer on that one. Why?
Yeah. There's no pressure on a penalty. You can only be the hero as a goalie, so I like penalties because it gives you a chance to be the hero, and maybe, I'd like to have some back in my career in MLS, but I don't mind facing them. I get more stressed out in other parts of the game, so that's no problem for me.
Was there a player or goalkeeper that you modeled your game after?
Peter Cech. He's a Chelsea legend. He played at Chelsea for a while in the early 2000s, 2010s, and I thought he was just genius the way he saw the game, the way he positioned himself, the way he saw the game, and I liked being different as a kid. I wore goggles growing up, like sports glasses instead of normal glasses. I was a bit weird growing up, but he always wore a helmet because he had a head injury when he was in his early days in Chelsea, and I just thought, oh, he's so cool, he's wearing a helmet on the field. It's something different, so I always thought he was the GOAT, and he'll always be the GOAT in my heart. Portland. We don't get to Portland much. We went there last year. I think it was just, because I haven't seen that, it's kind of a different stadium and the way the fans are. Also, it was a Vander's homecoming game, so maybe the fans were a bit extra, but Portland's pretty cool.
You might have hit on this already, but what other sport would you go pro in and why?
That I think I would be able to, or that I'd want to do?
That you would want to.
I've never played golf, but being good at golf sounds awesome. I just think if you're sick at golf, you're just nasty, and it's incredibly hard, so I feel like that'd be a nice thing to do.
What is something that people would be surprised to learn about you?
I don't know, not that much happens out of the realm of soccer. I don't know, I'm pretty focused on the craft, and it's not an exciting life outside of it, It's kind of just trying to do my best for the team, and I don't know, maybe people think professional athletes doing something else outside the field, or going to parties, doing whatever. I feel like I'm kind of boring, so.
Do you have any superstitions or weird pregame rituals or routines?
A lot of people say they don't, and I don't call them superstitions, I call them routines, because I don't want to phrase it like, oh, if I don't eat this certain food, I'll die on game day, I won't be able to play, but whenever I put my socks on, it's always the left one first. Like cleats, gloves, it's always the left one first. I'll kind of stick to the same warm-up routine because it's something I've kind of honed in, and it kind of gets me mentally glued in.
Who controls the locker room music?
There's a mixed bag of certain guys. Evan Loro, one of the goalies on the team, he loves his tunes. He's always, especially in preseason when he's driving us to training and stuff, he's always on the aux. And this year it's been kind of a battle getting him back on the aux at certain times, because sometimes, Kevin Danke will do it, sometimes Evander, but I like when Evan's on it because he just brings good vibes and a different kind of tune to maybe some of the Latino music or, African vibes, so yeah.
Who has the best fashion on the team?
I don't know if I'd say the best, but my favorite is Kevin Danke. I think some of his fits are awesome, and he's very confident as a guy, and he lets it show through his fashion, so it might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I think the confidence he has to wear some of the things he does is awesome.
So this one's kind of putting you on the hot seat now. Who has the worst fashion, or could use some tips and pointers?
Fabian Rozek, one of the goalies on the team, his awful fashion. He was walking into a second team game, and he had like a I don't know if it was Coach or Louis Vuitton, but he had like a handbag with him. It's like, what are we doing? You just can't be having that. Like he's European, so he thinks he can kind of do what he wants, but there's a way you gotta act, and he's just not doing it.
Who is the most competitive teammate of yours currently?
I think Matt Miazga. He's a guy, when I think of him, I just think of willingness to win. He is maybe not everyone's cup of tea in certain scenarios. If you're playing against him, you hate him, but if you play with him, you love him because you know he's gonna get in the face of every opponent that he can. He's always trying to wind people up, so he does the little things to try to win every moment.
What is your favorite thing about Cincinnati?
I love the nature. I think the amount of trees and hills and kind of the parks around town, and just the trees in my neighborhood are lovely. I grew up in Chicago. It's pretty flat, cornfields in the suburbs, so it's kind of like not much going on. So just coming here, having hills and trees in certain spots, it's beautiful.
What's your most controversial food take or opinion?
Ooh, yeah. Every morning I'll have eggs, like scrambled eggs, but I'll put some maple syrup on there. So I think that might be a hot take. Some people won't like that, but I think it's a good combination.
Interesting.
I think a lot of people should give it a try.
Yeah, I've never tried that. I might have to give that a shot.
You'd be surprised.
What is the most used app on your phone?
Spotify, maybe. Spotify or probably Instagram. I don't know.
So if you're pulling up Spotify, what's the first playlist that you're hitting?
I like some rappers. So one of my boys, Blade, he's a Swedish rapper, or Yeet. Those guys, I'm always listening to those guys all the time, or on game day. You know, that's kind of the rotation. So yeah.
So if you had to sing karaoke right now, what song are you picking? Are you going with one of those, or are you kind of going old school?
You gotta play to the crowd. So maybe like Sweet Caroline, something to get the crowd going, something like that.
How about this? What is a hobby that you wish you were better at?
Golf. It's something, I think everyone can say that. Can never be too, I mean, I still need to give it a go. I haven't really tried it all. Like a lot of my teammates golf. It's a nice thing to do, you know, spend some time with the lads, go to the driving range or whatever. So I just need to kind of get into it, but I haven't yet. So that's one thing I want to get better at.
What is one thing you are irrationally competitive about?
I would say soccer. I don't know. I guess that, or maybe
Outside of soccer.
Outside of soccer? I don't know. Sometimes, like, my boys and I will play like some FIFA, sometimes some pro clubs, and our team is pretty important to us. So when we're playing that, I know it is soccer, but it's a different avenue with the friends. So it's like it's something to get us kind of connected over the phone kind of thing. So that's something we get competitive about.
What is the last show that you binged?
Dark on Netflix. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's like a German TV show. It's like obviously subtitles in English, but it's a really good watch. It's a lot about, has to do with, it's like a missing persons thing, but a lot to do with time and time travel and all this kind of stuff. So that was a good one. Another one, Mad Men. I rewatched that a little bit ago. Love it. So yeah, that's one of them.
Give us a hot take.
For the World Cup, the USA will go far. There we go. A lot of people don't want to hear it, but the USA will go on a run.
I hope that's the case.
Yeah,
we
me
need
too.
to see that.
Come on. There we go.
Who of your teammates would you say is the funniest?
Teenage Adebe. He's content at all times. Even you go in the gym every day, he's only in there for a couple exercises, but he's in there for an hour because he's just dancing to the music the whole time, getting everyone going, so he's just awesome.
If you could swap lives with one athlete for a day, who would it be and why?
I don't know, maybe Wemby, right? Just to see how it is to be that big and that much of a freak athlete, because he's just incredible, and it's a good series going on right now in the Western Conference Finals, but yeah, maybe him.
Can't even imagine. You can just reach for everything. You don't need like any kind of like ladders or stools ever again.
Ever.
And then the last one I have for you, Roman, if goalkeepers had walk-up songs, what would your walk-up song be as you're heading out onto the pitch on game days?
A lot of people would know it, but my boy Yeet, he has a song called Twizzy Rich. I listen to that song almost every day, so that's my go-to, so I'll stay true to my boy.
A great job on the hot take, on the hot seat here. Roman, appreciate you stopping by the studio, and thank you all for watching The Crown.